Good morning, Akpanobong. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, wherever you are hearing us from. This is Open Forum with Citizen MKO. You heard the intro? Have you been knocking on the door that holds your throne? Have you been looking for the map that will lead you home? Have you been stumbling on good hearts that are turned to stone? Has the road that leads to good intentions gone dry as bone? Welcome to Open Forum, the community center, where you're going to be hearing seasoned people who have passion, who are patriots, address issues. You're having a forum that will help you if you are a victim of injustice, if you are being oppressed. You can call on the program, because as you listen to us, we're going to put up the package that we have. For today, we have in the studio a man that our 30 minutes airtime would not permit us to be able to introduce him properly. But this man has been a House of Assembly member in the Akpanobong State. This man is also the Chief Medical Director of a very outstanding hospital in the city of Ibibio, Akpanobong State, that is known as St. Athanasius Hospital Limited. This man has been the Secretary, Nigerian Medical Association, MNA, as far back as 1989. This man is the current chairman of the private medical practitioners in Akpanobong State. This man is a member of the EXCO of PANDEF, the Pan-Niger Delta body. This man is currently the vice chairman one of your Chambers of Commerce, Industries, Mines and Agriculture. This man has served Ibibio Elders Forum upwards of about 25 to 26 years, unprecedented, as the Secretary General, founding Secretary General, for about 26 years, until the Ibibio Elders Forum saw no other person worthy to lead them. He is currently the chairman of Ibibio Elders Forum. Please, I want to welcome, as our pioneer live studio guest on Open Forum with Citizen MKO, Hon.Dr. Emmanuel Akpanobong. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, O'Connor.
Thank you very much. There's something about you that I wish we had time to want to talk about. Far back 25, 26 years ago, you became the Secretary General of the Elders Forum. And that's obviously an Elders Forum. But looking at you, you're looking like some youths that will say they are youth even at 60.
Yeah, it was a calling. I had to accept the call to serve that time.
But you must be very young. What made the elders to feel that you are qualified to sit with them at that level of leadership?
Well, you could recall that from Hon.Dr. Ibibio in 1995, there were a lot of national issues that needed the attention of the elders. So I was part of the delegation of Hon.Dr. Ibibio that went to meet with our elders in persons of Dr. Clement's son, the late son Maureen, and some other elders, and suggested to them that a body of elders should be speaking on national matters. Hon.Dr. being a youth organization somehow had some limitations. So at the end of that discussion, I was conscripted to stay and serve them as Secretary General. So even when the issue of minimum age was later discussed, I was given a waiver to stay on.
I wish we would have time for those details, but a lot of people may not be conversant with the activities of the Elders Forum. But meanwhile, please, if you are listening to us, you can watch us live on Facebook. We are on Open Forum on Facebook. That's our Facebook page. and I hope you're going to share it on also my timeline and on Passion FM. Please, technical team, I hope you help us do that. A lot of people may say, we've not been hearing about the Elders Forum because a number of socio-cultural groups have been turned into socio-political groups. What have been the achievement for, at least just briefly, sir?
Well, we've been constantly engaging people at the national level, state level, other ethnic groups, just to address issues affecting us. But I could recall that the struggle for resource control and all the fights through the military era to the civilian administration, the Ibibio Elders Forum has been leading in that fight. We met with the then President Obasanjo, about 2 times, and in one of our visits yielded a lot of fruit. Remember the peak of the legal tussle on this matter, and through our discourse with him, we were able to seek political solution, and we are enjoying whatever we are enjoying today. I recall that at the demise of our first pioneer chairman, Dr. Clemente's son, we fought to get his name quite immortalized, including the inclusion of his name or his image on the currency, the 1,000 notes that we are using today.
Awesome.
And in the agitation for boundaries, issues, creation of local governments, and so on, the Ibibio Elders Forum has been standing at the front of this debate. And so quite a number of things we have been there.
Thank you very much. You are a man of many parts. How you manage to combine being an EXCO member in PANDEF, a vice president of the Rio Chambers of Commerce, in charge of industry and tourism. You are the state chairman of the Association of Private Medical Practitioners. How do I even take these questions? Now, I understand you have been invited to present the paper on medical tourism at the annual conference of the association in Abuja early next month. What will be your message?
Well, medical tourism, we will understand as a practice where people travel out of their countries to other countries to seek medical attention. And that has been the trend over the past many years here. And we've seen quite a lot of money has been spent outside, by government officials, by private individuals, and so on. In fact, what is spent in a year outside is more than the total budgetary allocation on health in the sector. Yes.
That is scary.
Yes, so that is a terrible thing. So the message I will have in that presentation is that we have the wherewithal to reverse the trend. We can reverse it. We have to look inward. And we know the indices. We have to set right our hospitals, equip them, encourage our professionals to stay here and work, because for the past 30 years, the issue of brain drain, the best trained doctor Nigerians are now outside, earning good salaries, being well taken care of, and this is what we agitate. Let's keep those we have trained, and let's encourage others to be trained. The residency program should also be made to be smooth, so that our people, upon graduation, can continue to get trained. There should be access to funds to equip hospitals. And mark you, most of these hospitals we go out to seek medical attention abroad,
not even
in India, are private sector driven.
That's good.
Most are private sector driven. And the difference there is that access to funds has not been as bad as it is here. And so these are part of the things I will have to tell, that everybody has a role to play in this exercise. If we want to fix the health sector properly, everybody must come up to help. Both government, people in the private sector, the spirit of partnership, group practice will have to come in. A lot will be said in that presentation.
It will be something to look forward to. Thank you so very much. We have a very limited time, and the program is just 30 minutes, but we're going to make the best use of it. We have a number of things that has come upstream in the polity in Nigeria generally. The first I want to look at is the issue of review of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Ibibio Elders Forum, in short, Ibibio people You led the delegation of your people to Port Harcourt, Dr. Biwale Hall, where the Senate held its public hearing in Port Harcourt, and then to Uyo, where the House of Reps Special Committee also held their public hearing. Tell us, what are some of the key recommendations that Ibibio people, which you led the delegation, have put forward, knowing the Nigerian question?
Yeah, okay. You see, we believe in Nigeria, the unity of this country, and therefore, whatever looks untidy, we want to get that corrected. And for that reason, even though we are agitated for restructuring, and we've noticed a lot of flaws in the current constitution, we still believe that certain amendments can be made to make things smoothen out. We have seen the crave for power, the crave for resources at the center. Everybody wants to go to Abuja to grab whatever is available there, to the detriment of the people at state level, local government level. We have seen that there has been enormous concentration of power at the center, power and resources, and that is why the struggle over there is.
So what's your key recommendation to be able to...
The key recommendation is devolution of power. Let a lot of things on the exclusive legislative list be moved to the concurrent list, to be legislated upon at state level. Let the states control a lot of things. In fact, even let the state struggle and have the initiative to generate income and pay royalties to the federal government.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yes.
Devolution of powers may sound like a new terminology because people are used to restructuring, practice of federalism, some call it true federalism. So looking at those two words that are very much trending, which of them are you hammering on, and what do you have to say concerning the position of the Ibibio people?
Yes, you know, we already came into the federal system, even though what is being practiced appears to be unitary, where everything is controlled from up there. We have to recognize that a nation as we have has federating units, and the federating units at the moment are the states. And therefore, rather than keep everything at the center, a true federal system, even though when we say true federalism, people are scared that's a new terminology. We are just saying that what is being practiced is a faulty federalism. So let there be a true federalism where the federating units, being the states, have the powers to do what is available for them. So removing those things, devolution of power, moving down to the state, are the twin things, federalism and devolution of power, that will reduce the tension in the agitation at the central level.
Let's look at the foundation of Nigeria. I want to just read some excerpts of a write-up which shows that from inception, issues were raised on the kind of governance structure that should be adopted. I want to quote Akpanobong. He was said to have said that the mistake of 1914, which if allowed to remain, will ultimately lead to unstoppable bloodshed and a failed country. And Awolowo is also quoted. I just want to read it exactly as been presented here, that Awolowo was speaking on behalf of the Yorubas and Western minorities describe Nigeria as a mere geographical expression, not qualified to be called a country, let alone a nation. Awolowo added that if the amalgamation could not be reversed, then Nigeria should be structured as a strictly federal state, so as to enable each tribe autonomy, each tribe enjoy autonomy, this freedom from being dominated by any single tribe. But we had somebody who had a dissenting view, and that was the Right Honorable, as he used to be called, Nnamdi Azikiwe, who was speaking for the Igbos, and he denounced Awolowo and Ahmadu Bello, terming them ethnic champions. He accused them of nursing sectorial agenda against the unity of Nigeria, and declared further that the unity of Nigeria was non-negotiable. The issue of being non-negotiable, I wish I had time to go much more to what Enauro said and to what eventually happened, but Awolowo said something. Enauro also said something. What Enauro actually said was that there should be a clause of secession, something that should be able to check leaders, to put fear into them that if you don't lead well, if there's misgovernance, that a section could say we are not satisfied. But it was shouted down and a lot of things happened. Maybe it was even clamped down seriously. Now, if that error was corrected then, I normally say that reality denied comes back to haunt. Are we suffering what will have been solved at the beginning of Nigeria?
Certainly, we are suffering. That is why I want to congratulate you for this open forum. We have to cultivate the spirit of being able to express and being allowed to express what you want. Azikiwe, yes, it took his nationalism too far, because the ethnic identities of this country should have been allowed to be expressed. Should have been allowed, so that people say exactly how we want to stay together. And I think that's a fundamental flaw in the present political arrangement, where we think everything has to be decided up there. Everybody ignores the ethnic identities of the various groups in this country. So what Awolowo said, Enahore added, and even the Arewa boss also said, were the things that should have been taken into account. So today, we are now beginning to beg for a sit down to discuss and renegotiate this nation, and a thing that should have been done much, much earlier. Even though they started well until the Civil War, when the issue of the unitary arrangement, just to control the resources of the South and use it to fight the war, came in. So we have another chance. This is why we are expressing aggressively the concept of restructuring, discussing.
Talking about the aggressiveness, talking about talking, we've not heard Ibibio Elders Forum or any other maybe ethnic nationality, or maybe like we are having some people that are not in public office who have become stakeholders and key players. What are you doing as Ibibio Elders Forum to make people sit and listen and take action? The other regions, other people are taking action, but we are not even talking. And so those that are even talking are not following up with action. So what, as a leader of the Ibibio people and the Ibibio Elders Forum, what is their plan?
We may not be seen to be talking, but we are consulting, because it's very important to have unity of purpose, speak with one voice. A situation where various groups of Ibibio people stand up to say different things on a national matter is not good enough. So currently we are doing a lot of consultations, and very soon we are going to have a converge of Ibibio socio-cultural organizations and leaders to talk and then iron out these things clearly. There have been so many issues, the issues of agitation for state creation, issues of secession with the aim of including Akwa Ibom State, Ibibio people within that succession bit, and all sort of things. We have to agree on what we want.
We will have so much to talk about. Because of our time, I want to let the public know that in the next 2 minutes, we're going to call out the phone lines. You are going to call in, and we'll make some guidance on how you're going to communicate and what you need to also expect. It's very important that I mentioned this before we take the calls. There is this issue about the PIB. So people are saying that the 5% that was recommended by even the National Assembly members, at the last minute, some people held meetings that altered the whole thing. And now we have the Southern governors reject the 3% and also lamenting over the 30% for the search for oil in some Chad Basin and some other basins, which I can't name them now. What is your position on the percentage given to host communities?
Well, 3% is insulting. It should be even more than that 5% that was mentioned. But if 5 is given, it can be managed. But what I want to say is that the shouts, the noise that we are making now are the kind of thing that should have happened before now.
Exactly.
Why
didn't it happen?
We have to develop a system where our representatives at the legislature, at the national legislature, should constantly keep people informed of what is going on. Even though this particular legislative process had so many loopholes, there were certain things introduced at the last minute which even those inside the chambers may not have heard of before now. But what I'm saying is that at the conception of this bill, the PIB has been on that on the table for many years, many regimes of the National Assembly.
Let's leave it there, sir.
Yes.
20 years, but like one of the representatives said, I think we'll go from Eastern, East, North, West, and South, East, or whatever. He said that some members of the House of Reps did not even have access. Maybe we'll just leave it there for now because we're going to give out the phone numbers and then the call lines. If you are listening to us, this is open forum with Citizen MKO. This is a maiden edition, and it is a town hall. It's a community center where we are not just going to share ideas, we are going to solve problems, and I'm going to let out the initiatives very soon. For you to call in, the call-in line is 0906 004 945. The second call line is 0906 005 945. For SMS and WhatsApp, you go to 0906 00955. Please, when you call in, you tell us your name, where you're calling from, and then you just have a minute to convey. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Okonedet. I'm calling from Oran.
Okonedet from Oran. Welcome.
Okay. Please, I have an issue. Yesterday, I was driving at the airport inside the village. On my way coming out, some boys blocked me. It has a distance 500 that they give for that they 500 naira each meter I go in there and I come in and I say, this one I'm not hearing about it. Before I know the boys, one of the boys bring the stick and snapped me. I opened motor and he broke my leg. I can talk to you now and in the hospital. And I went to the village and asked the face that he has not been sent them to.
I think it's okay. Let's do this. Okonedet, you are our first caller, and we congratulate you for it. And I'm using you to want to tell the whole world about one of the initiatives. Open Forum with Citizen MKO has a legal legal aid team, because there's so much injustices in the land. And there's so much oppression here and there, and we want to have a platform. This is a town hall. If you have issues, you can reach us. I'm going to give you my personal number, where we'll reach out to our team of lawyers who will work for you pro bono. And I want to announce that we have, by the grace of God, I just spoke with these persons and nobody said no a few minutes ago before we came into the studio. We have the Grace and Samson Chambers in Abuja, that is owned by His Excellency Simon Wang. He is ready to provide legal services pro bono to people that have been oppressed or victimized. We have Libertas Solicitors, which is owned by Barrister Clifford Thomas. He's here in Akpanobong State. He is ready. Hogan O. Ene and Co. is here in Uyo. We have Otun Okoro and Co. Edition Chambers. And then we have the Richland Associate, owned by Barrister Emma Davis. And we call on other public-spirited lawyers to please. I'm going to give out our numbers. We are on social media. We are on Facebook, Open Forum. Then we have the email, openforum@gmail.com. Or you contact me through or WhatsApp through 0802 757 7497. If you have issues, our team of lawyers are ready to rescue people that are so much in crisis. That case that you've brought forward is likely going to be our first case. So please, you take my number or go to my timeline, Matt K. Okon on Facebook. You have my contact so that we can talk. Thank you very much for calling. It's okay. While we are waiting for further calls.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Okon.
Good morning, sir. I want to be there as Mr. Akpan.
This is Akpan calling from you.
I know your voice, sir.
Yeah. I have read the achievement which the organization, the doctor is sharing,
Yeah.
has made. But what I want to say is this. We are the goose that lay the golden egg. So, because before this time, our leaders have formed the habits of eating the crumbs that fall from the master's table. We should practice our own and get what rightly belongs to us. So please, I'm pleading that you should spearhead that struggle. I don't mean by petition or anything, but by serious non-violent agitation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doctor, you want to react to that?
No, that's straightforward enough.
Good.
And it calls for collaboration. Very soon we exchange numbers so that Akpan will also make his input.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Recently, the Maritime University has been approved just a few days ago. And I remember during the last national dialogue organized by CLO in Uyo, you spoke, you asked Senator Itainan, please tell Mr. President to approve the Maritime Academy to become a university.
That's right.
What's your reaction on that? Very quickly.
Honestly, we are very happy at the level of PANDEF, right from our presentation 6 years ago. Maritime, upgrading that institution has been one of the points at the 16 points we raised to the President. In fact, one single point had to do with the Maritime University in Delta State and the upgrading of the Oron Maritime Academy. But when that of Delta State was granted, we were so unhappy that they have sidelined this side.
But now
that
it is done.
It is done, and we are very happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. We thank Mr. President for that. Once again, this is Open Forum with Citizen MKO. And you'll be saying, who's MKO? MKO is Matthew, Kofi, or Connor. I am just a productivity advocate and a citizen with extraordinary drive of patriotism. This program is open for sponsorship. If you don't want people that don't like good things to off the mic, if you don't even want to off the mic yourself, please, you reach me on 0802-757-7497 or send email to openforumwithmko, openforumwithmko@gmail.com. Every Friday 9:30 to 10 o'clock, you will hear us, and wherever this flag is flown, we take care of our own. And we're going to decorate our maiden guest with our flag today, and wherever that symbol is, it is done. Your parting shots.
Well, thank you. I want all Nigerians to have confidence in themselves, confidence in the country, and then we all look for peace. Becoming industrious, there will be progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Till next week.